Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. We have Mike Novogratz on CNBC. We know they have the same characters because they want to keep the same movie going on. Now, we know the big banks are now showing their hand in cryptocurrency. But guys, we have to go through the controlled collapse first before that 1% of cryptos rise. And I like what Mike Novogratz stated, that there are going to be several winners in the game. We know not just Ethereum, but a lot of these chains are going to be interoperable. If we look at SingularityNet, just to be an example, we know how big that's going to be. They're using Ethereum and Cardano. And we know they're the leaders in AI, robots, and these smart cities that are coming. Now, guys, we normally have our crashes late September going into the fourth quarter. And this is based on history. What history, guys? The New World Order's history. Because we know they control the banks. We know they control the collapses. Because we know when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Mike, for crypto, it seems like momentum begets momentum. Are we in that sort of a stretch right now? Where are we?
Well, listen, 4 weeks ago, we were down at 30,000 Bitcoin, 2,000 Ethereum, and everyone was pretty depressed. What happened? A lot of things, right? I think, market couldn't go down, so it went up. But more importantly, you had Amazon, you had Walmart put up help wanted signs for crypto engineers and for heads of crypto. Two biggest retail companies in the world saying, we've got to be part of this movement. You had Visa yesterday buy a CryptoPunk and pretty much say, hey, digital assets is going to be a big part of our business. Loud and clear. We're talking to the guy who runs crypto at Visa. That's their message. Digital assets are going to be a big part of our business. And so I think you're seeing kind of total buy-in now that we're going to rebuild a lot of financial infrastructure in blockchain-based systems. That plus, when the government tried to jam in crypto regulation, they actually were successful into the infrastructure bill. In one weekend, people heard the crypto community roar. Washington woke up and said, well, who are these people? And why are they so passionate? There's 60 million American voters that love crypto. And so I think in literally one weekend, we became an industry in DC's eyes. And so you put it all together and we've had a huge shift. Now, listen, prices will probably stabilize here a little bit and consolidate, right? You don't just keep going up forever. But my guess is fourth quarter, the S&P has a good quarter and crypto has a good quarter, right? Usually the winners of the year, when they're that much ahead, just drive on.
What's your take on what's going on in the NFT market? I mean, speaking of big corporate giants getting into crypto, Visa buying a cyberpunk. I mean, I don't know if this is symbolic or if this is an actual move into NFTs, Mike, but some are saying, and I'm quoting actually Brian Kelly, who's a huge crypto advocate on Fast Money, that there are some aspects of the NFT market that remind him of ICOs back in the day, which begs the question, could there be regulation? Is there froth here? I mean, what's happening?
Listen, of course there's froth. Listen, there was a piece of NFT art yesterday, right? A Fidenza, which is algorithmic art. Beautiful stuff that I literally could have bought 2 months ago for about $4,000 that sold for $3.3 million yesterday. I actually think it's the most beautiful NFT I've seen. And so maybe it'll sustain its value, but that's a pretty quick move. And so I think you're seeing, I think 15% of total art sales this year are NFTs. That seems a lot given, the market really didn't even exist 4 months ago. And so, yeah, you're probably frothy prices. It doesn't mean by any stretch that this isn't a real industry, right? People get too excited at the very beginning. But CryptoPunks, when Jay-Z put his CryptoPunk as his Twitter, avatar, one of the kings of culture says, I'm going to use an NFT as my avatar. It should have told everybody to buy CryptoPunks. This is a shift in culture, and I think it's a big, big deal.
If part of the NFT craze is fueled Ethereum, Mike, is there Ethereum froth that needs to come out or that will come out, you think?
Listen, I think there's a recognition that things are going to be built on blockchains. And so it's Ethereum, it's Luna, it's Solana, it's what we call level 1 protocols, all have really jumped in the last 4 weeks. Matter of fact, Ethereum has lagged a lot of these other smaller protocols as people try to figure out in the long run, which one wins. Ethereum is certainly the leader, and I don't see it being dethroned, but it doesn't mean these other protocols won't have a piece of that fabric. And so it's hard to predict where prices go when you have a paradigm shift, right? The paradigm shift is, up until recently, people thought, what is this crypto stuff? And now you got Walmart, Visa, everybody saying, hey, I've got to participate. And so I think, it's really an important time in this space. And I think the prices are recognizing that.
But we've now got a number of other layer 1 networks, they're called, these are blockchains, that are looking to provide better smart contract platforms. I think the industry is growing so much that right now what we're going to see is just growth. We're going to see, in addition to Bitcoin and Ethereum, we're going to see Solana, or we're going to see Algorand or Polkadot, all of these guys starting to grow. I don't think it's going to take away from Ethereum today. I think they're going to grow and bring their own market to the table. So there's a lot of exciting things happening. There's a lot of scalability work going on. There's layer 2 solutions going on. Just like with software, you're seeing tremendous innovation like we've never seen in financial services before.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. From COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.